Painted Glove presents Yumper and Svo at the Show podcast with Tom Yumper Garcia.
Oh, what a big man you are. Hey, let me buy you a pack of gum. I'll show you how to chew it. Ooh.
And Justin Svo Svoboda.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Two guys from Chicago talking movies.
Welcome, everyone, to Season 2, Episode 1 of Yumper and Svo at the Show. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tom Yumper Garcia, and I'm with my other co-host, Justin Svo Svoboda. How you doing, Mr. Svoboda?
I'm good, Yump. How about you, buddy?
I am very good. I just got out of the shower. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to have some fun today, man.
It feels like we haven't recorded in like weeks, and it's good to be back, man. I missed your face.
Yeah, since we haven't seen each other in a long time.
I know, it's been like a whole week.
But
I was wearing less clothes the last time I saw you, though.
yeah, and you got my autograph on your
I
chest.
did.
But with that, we want to open up the show and say, we mess around with a lot of White Sox Twitter and Cubs Twitter as well, but a lot of White Sox fans do follow us, and we want to send our good feelings and well wishes to Liam Hendricks and his recovery from cancer. I'm pretty sure Liam's gonna beat the shit out of cancer because of the way Liam is, but it's a tough battle. I can only imagine what his family's going through, and we're hoping for the best with him.
Lots of good people on the Sox organization, but Liam is one of the best. And I don't mean as a player, I mean as a person, and we just want to see him get better and beat this and be around for a long time. So 31, we love you.
For sure. And also, we want to talk a little bit about what happened on January 7th. Swole, you want to give the rundown?
The 7th. Oh, I thought you were talking about like storming the Capitol the year before, but no, that was the 6th. We a bunch of us got together at Reggie's in the city, and we celebrated 108 Day with a fabulous group of people. So we just want to, just take a minute and thank the 108 for always like putting on a good show, treating us like family and having us all out. It felt like Sox Fest. But better, because it really was baseball, beer, and bullshit. And those guys are amazing. And we are really grateful for them because they inspired us to do this and have some fun with it. So, all three of you guys, thank you. Cheers. Salute.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Sox Machine Josh and Jim Marvelous. They did a great job with the panels. It was just a fun time seeing everybody from White Sox Twitter putting names to faces that we usually just interact on Twitter. Now we know them by person. Hooking up with the bums and hanging out with them. It was awesome.
It was, man, I'm still finding marker everywhere. We did the laundry last night and the bed sheets, and it was all over the place. So thanks for asking, Spags.
Best part, Spags, he was so completely sober. But today we got a fun-filled show packed for you. We decided to do something a little different. Instead, we like to talk about movies, but we also like to do trivia. So we figured who better not to have on than the Hookup on Film. And we're going to have a trivia contest with them after we do our usual spiel. But we have somebody special to actually be the co-host of that trivia contest. And that is Mr. Sexy Bob Barker himself, Magnificent Stan.
Look at that handsome bastard.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Hello.
I'm going to talk like this all night for you.
Yeah, I hope so. I need a little more Robin Leach for me.
Caviar wishes
and champagne
dreams.
But
what's going on, fellas?
Thank you, Magnificent Stan, for coming on and being our mediator of this. And let's get to our big guests. We have Chalsa, aka the Sugar Baggy, aka Tony from the Hookup on Film, and his teammate, not Larry.
Ooh.
How's
it going, guys? First off, I just want to say really quick, Adam is at the last minute. He did everything he could to be a part of this, and he is very, very upset he could not be here. And he's screaming at me in my earpiece. No, I'm kidding. He's not in my earpiece, but hope you're doing better, Adam. Enjoy the show.
Hopefully Adam gets better, and we can all do something there on the road.
Definitely.
It was Fall Out Boy Fids.
But yeah, be sure to follow Adam at Millennium Socks.
Millennial Socks. Yes.
Millennial
Socks.
Socks.
Please.
I'm
Really
sorry.
good stuff. Socks.
Yeah,
So-
good stuff.
Before we get into, we always ask our guests some questions. I have a question for you, Tony.
Go ahead.
Did you ever figure out why you guys kept getting banned over and over again?
Well, I especially I could tell you why I know why Charles got banned. Charles got banned because originally, way back when, me and you were actually the very first people out of all these guys to talk, and I'll never forget it. And I owe you big time. You let me watch some movies on your movie thing, which one of them was Promising Young Lady, which I loved a lot. So I thank you very much, Svo. I owe you a lot. But that was back when I was Tony Mazza 5, way back before Christmas, like a year ago. And I think what had happened when I got banned the first time is me and somebody else were doing quotes from Midnight Run. And one quote in there is something like, "I'm going to stab you in the heart." And I said that quote.
That'll do it.
And then, like, next thing you know, I was canceled. Like, and what's funny about being canceled is I see all these people going in DMs, sending pictures and all of that. And I'm just trying to talk about movies, man. Like, that is literally it. So now we go fast forward to when Charles gets banned. Charles gets banned because I tried to go back when I was Tony Mazza. I used the tagline, "Nothing in Granger but a hawk." I try to go back that, and as soon as I put that in, it banned me.
Oh,
And then I got paranoid, so I changed the hookup. I started switching all the accounts over, and I was an idiot. And I switched the sugar baggie. I switched this other account first, and the third one was the movie one to a different number. And then it saw that I did too many numbers, and I think it canceled me.
well, because we were like, we're in a group chat, obviously, like when we bounce ideas off each other and we make fun of each other, and we're like, what the hell did they do to deserve to get banned?
I really wish I had a juicy story for all of this. Like, but like, it was more honestly,
It would have been better if it was like you're doing lines of cocaine on live.
and trust me, that would have been a lot cooler. It was more of just really, it was just because I didn't do anything really, as you could see, besides doing a Midnight Run quote, it seems like. But what the hell, man?
That's crazy.
I'm glad now, though, sugar baggy and it all was created before I was canceled the first time. So
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
yeah, I mean,
Good.
It is what it is. We move forward, and now I am the sugar baggy.
Well, I think that now brings us into the questions that we like to ask, not the ones that we gotta ask, but the ones that we like to ask all of our guests. So let's do this clockwise, right? Because we have 3 guests, and I don't think we've ever asked you these questions, Brian. So let's get your answers on these. And like I said, we asked these to all our guests. So tell us, what movie theater did you guys go to growing up? What was your go-to movie theater?
I didn't have a specific one. There were 3 that we kind of rotated to. Golf Mill in Niles, Golf Glen in Niles, and then Randhurst in Mount Prospect.
Is that where you grew up?
I grew up in Mount Prospect, so
Okay.
the Randhurst one probably. If I was going to a movie with my friends, we'd go there. If I was going to a movie with like my sister, my brother, I have older siblings, they would take me to Golf Mill, Golf Glen.
Okay.
Me personally, I went to the same movie theater I think your main man went to a lot, River Oaks, out there in Cal City. That was pretty much my running spot. River Oaks, all those movie theaters over there, Pulp Fiction, everything. That's where I saw. And then when I kind of moved out to Indiana area and like around high school, started going to the movie theaters here, and still went back to River Oaks. Illinois has the best movie theaters. Definitely.
Yeah, I've been to that River Oaks theater. I used to date a girl in Hegwish, so that's where
that's where my family's from, Hegwish.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, and what about you?
What did you like the theater when you went?
I mean, I don't remember it all that much. I don't even remember what we saw. I feel like we saw House of a Thousand Corpses there. Yeah. How about you? Not Larry.
Yeah, I used to. I don't remember what the names, but there in Orland Park there used to be 2 theaters. like right outside the mall. So you used to go to those as a little kid, and then like through high school and college and stuff, Marcus out in Orland Park, and then when I wanted some cheap movies, out to I think it was in Tinley, Bremen, which was like $1.25 to go see a movie like 60 or 90 days after they left the big theaters. So that was always a good bargain.
You can't beat those dollar theaters. I used to do Harlem Corners with the family, so those are legit. I love that. Okay, so question number 2: is there a movie that you guys put on when you're feeling under the weather or sad, just to take your mind off of it or make you feel better?
For me, it was always Swingers. Actually, it just made me giggle. Like it's just it's so ludicrous and silly.
Was it the hockey scene?
The scene where he's talking to his answering machine. His answering machine's like, "There are better fish in the sea," just like shit like that. Just it's like, in retrospect, it's kind of a inappropriate, silly movie now, because it's just about them like lying to women to get to fuck them. But
I gotta admit, it's been a long time since I've seen Swingers or Made.
Made is Made. I like Made.
I might have to go back and rewatch those. How about you?
Lately, well, in the last couple of years, I'd have to go with Roadhouse. Anytime I'm feeling down or out, and it's a household thing too. I think me and my wife could put on a 2-person play of Roadhouse as many times as.
Are you gonna kick her in the face?
Oh,
she probably wants to kick me in the face,
rip her heart out,
rip my throat out or whatnot. But
the hookup should do a live table reading of Roadhouse. And get like
do a live table reading of anything. That would be amazing.
White Sox Twitter players to play different characters.
I see Yumper's head just exploding, like hearing this. Like, we're doing that.
Like, yes.
I'm totally down for that.
Shut the fuck up, Justin, and stop giving out ideas.
That's awesome.
You see, like we're sitting around with Pete, and Pete's like, "I'm gonna play Buttercup, damn it."
Hey, you guys could do the idea. Can I just play like, I don't care if I'm the bar guy sweeping. Just let me be a part of it. I want to be a part of something.
I just want to play the guy, the guy he beats up. That's the nephew.
Oh yeah, that's a good
movie that's transcending. I don't really even know what that means as I say it, but it's Swayze, Full Tilt. It's the band. You got the band. Oh man, I could talk forever about it, but let's move on to Larry. Go on.
We could definitely do that, or we could do a live table read reenactment of Lost Highway.
Ooh, can I play The Perfect Drum by Nine Inch Nails on like a bongo on the side?
Steel drum?
Steel drum.
All right, Larry, how about you?
Yeah, so for me, like, if I want to be entertained and I don't need something to kind of pick me up, it's The Big Lebowski. If I need something that's got like some humor and some heart and makes you feel good by the end, She's Out of My League is like a perfect go-to for me, because
good flick.
I laugh, and then like it's the nerdy guy at the end who gets the absolutely gorgeous woman, and who doesn't feel good about that?
Well, and Alice Eve is just an absolute smoke show, just an absolute smoke show. So I get it. And then, do you remember? The final question is: do you remember what movie you went to go see the first time your parents dropped you off at the theater by yourself to like go see a movie?
I don't, but I want to say it was like Blue Chips or something like that. Just something really bad.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that movie's fucking great and terrible at the same time.
I love Blue Chips.
I remember moving to Indiana in 8th grade, and we wanted to all go to the movies. And before in 7th, I was living in Illinois. We get dropped off at Rogues. Now I was with a new group of kids, and we were trying to find a movie. And I picked this movie. It was called Tu Wong Fu with Patrick Swayze, and it's me and like 4 other guys, and we just never had really ever went to a movie before and didn't know what we were seeing.
Your love of Roadhouse blinded you to Patrick Swayze.
Is that the movie? That's the movie with John Leguizamo, right?
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie.
The 5 of us never went to a movie again, and we just would walk the hallways and just say Tu Wong Fu and like nod at each other as we left. But it's a very unique experience, with a new group of friends.
Absolutely. It probably left you with more questions than answers, didn't it?
It sure did.
Speaking of being left with more questions than answers, I think mine was probably Waterworld.
Ow.
That's the first one I remember that happening.
Careful, Yump hates Kevin Costner.
No, I love Kevin Costner. No, I actually don't feel too bad. Not Larry. Like, I like The Postman. Like, it's a horrible movie. The book's way
great.
better. But
Ford
I like
Lincoln
the movie.
Mercury.
Yeah, Ford Lincoln Mercury. The whole idea of it's ridiculous. Tom Petty plays a mayor.
But it's really him. He's playing himself too,
I
right?
know. Yeah,
that's the best part.
Yeah, he's like, I used to be famous.
I think anything Costner is really hit or miss. I think generally either it's great or it's just terrible.
Yeah, like everybody calls Bull Durham. I enjoy For Love of the Game, even though it's more of a love story.
So I'm a For the Love of Game or Tin Cup, like Costner
Tin
guy.
Cup.
Tin Cup's great.
Yeah.
Tin Cup's great.
No, I don't love him
brother.
for that. I don't love him for that. But yeah, I like those movies. Don't feel too bad. Like Waterworld to me, I like one of my favorite movies to watch action is Jean-Claude Van Damme's Cyborg. And that movie's horrible.
Cyborg's great.
But it's awesome because it's 80s.
I mean,
Time Cop.
I'm a
Time Cop.
We should probably hold off the Van Damme because I'm a Street Fighter guy. I'm a Street Fighter guy. Like
Street Fighter. I saw Street Fighter in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Raul Julia, man.
If you need someone to talk about Bloodsport for half an hour, I'm in. Okay, USA.
Any one of those movies, man. They're all in the Roadhouse category.
They absolutely are.
Absolutely,
They absolutely are. Well, those are our 3 questions. Thanks for answering them. We love the way movies kind of make you feel and who they remind you of. So those are questions that we always ask.
In a perfect world, it'd be 4 a.m. and you'd still be going around in a circle asking me these questions.
Right.
I'd be just as excited to answer each one. Very cool.
So with that, we usually have our PowerPoint up, but we're going a little chillax today. We're just going to go into...
We're raw dogging it today.
Yeah, we're raw dogging it. We're going to go into what we have watched, which is a segment we always do where we give out a movie or two that we've watched within the past 2 weeks or a month or so. So we're going to start off with Magnificent Stan. What have you watched recently?
Watched Glass Onion. It's been a couple of weeks, but I watched Glass Onion. I thought it was pretty fantastic. Very silly, very funny, very kind of throwbacky with just the way it was filmed, but yeah, very a very good movie. And then on the other end of that, and I was live texting Yumper on this one, and he knows what I'm about to talk about. I watched Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, which basically was 2 hours of Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Roddy Piper and Shane Douglas fighting zombies. And it was the only reason we watched it. We saw the Trauma sticker on it. We're like, we're fucking watching that. And it was a lot worse than I had hoped it would be.
Yeah, and me being a wrestling nerd was asking Brian if Shane Douglas, belly to belly to anybody.
He did.
What about you, Tony? What have you watched?
Glass Onion was awesome. I watched a movie that I liked probably just a little bit more than the Glass Onion, and that is The Menu with Rafe Fiennes. I better call him Rafe. I've been yelled at for calling him Ralph for too many times. But The Menu was just as fun, as a little darker than Glass Onion. But I definitely enjoyed that one. And I've also been digging into, for some unknown reason, the later half of the Terminator films. So I unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it, just watched Terminator Genesis, which is a mess of a movie, or it's good. It depends on how you look at it.
I don't think it was that bad.
Is that the one with Khaleesi in it?
It's the one with Jason Clarke,
yeah.
with where he plays, was it John Connor from the future, but he's like a robot. It's not, let me put you this way. It's not the worst. Do you think it's the worst of all of them?
I would say it's probably those
they're not, it's not bad per se,
Still,
but
it's still Rise of the Machines to me.
I actually like that one too. I don't see the Terminator series. I think is like a series that had bad movies, but they weren't like horrible to where they're like unwatchable.
Mm-hmm.
They were treated a little bit better.
Putting Rise of the Machines up lately, and I was always with you. I had never really enjoyed it that much, but maybe I need to.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Like I enjoyed Dark Fate. I thought Dark Fate was.
Dark Fate was really pretty good.
And I'm a Christian Bale guy, so it's
Salvation was good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I that's not that bad of a movie.
Always those movies, like I said, they're like a little lower than the Roadhouse type of movies where I'll always watch them because, man, they're a good time. But
For
you know,
sure,
they
for
fall
sure.
on either side.
What about you, not Larry?
Yeah, so Glass Onion as well. I don't think I liked it as much as the other guys because I was expecting Knives Out. I thought Knives Out was just better than Glass
My
Onion.
wife thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it's probably mostly expectations. We also saw Vengeance with BJ Novak.
Good movie.
Which was really, yeah, I really liked it. The ending was kind of just, I felt like didn't quite fit the rest of the movie, but you know, otherwise pretty good. And then we also watched Ticket to Paradise, which was like just one of those, like, you just want to watch Julia Roberts and George Clooney act, and
I thought it was
not
fun.
for them.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It was.
They were
It looked,
both really good.
it looked really good.
Yeah.
What about you, Swole?
So I watched I saw Glass Onion and I saw The Menu, and I'm working my way through The Sopranos for the millionth time. But when I had a visitor in from Las Vegas last week, we sat in the basement and we rewatched Garden State, and I realized and remembered how much I fucking love that movie. And I know some people were like, "Oh, I remember hitting it differently," but no, it hit just the right notes at just the right time. The soundtrack is still fantastic and holds up, and it's not really my thing, right? I like loud, obnoxious pop punk, and this was more like indie hipster rock, but it was just perfect for the movie.
Indie hipster rock is way better than pop punk. So.
Your mother is better than nothing. But I'm really excited for the new Zach Braff. What's her name? Why am I having a brain fart? She's in the new movie. Zach Braff is directing it. Morgan Freeman, and she was in Black Widow. She was in Don't Worry, Darling.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah. So she's in the new Zach Braff movie. So it just makes me really excited for that. I still love that movie to this day.
A good person.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Nice. So me,
what about you, Yump?
I watched a couple old ones. I went back and watched a movie that Fids is very fond of, and we talk about. It's a horrible 80s movie with Dolph Lundgren called I Come in Peace. I don't know if you guys ever seen it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so I actually have it on DVD, and I found out like it's actually like $30 if you want to sell it. But it's one of my favorite like horrible movies. I watched it. So
10-year-old me watching that with my dad was amazing.
Yeah, I think the original title was Dark Angel, but
that
I know
guy
like
with those eyes. That's a good one.
Yeah. So I watched that, and then me and my wife actually watched the new Christmas Story, which I highly recommend. Very good. I think it's a very good sequel. The other one they came out with before that was bad.
It was bad.
This one is written by Peter Billingsley, who actually played it. Ralphie it was written by him. I think Vince Vaughn actually wrote this with him.
Yeah, those two are homies, man. Like they did couples retreat together, and he helped with 4 Christmases.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, he knows Favreau too because he was an elf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he's in The Breakup too.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, The Breakup. We're gonna be talking about that movie soon.
Great movie.
So that's what I watched. If you guys have watched anything out there, let us know at Yumper and Svo. Let us know at The Hookup.
Yeah.
Let them know at The Hookup what you guys been watching all week. But with that, Brian, you are going to take over and explain the rules to everyone of this fun game.
It's gonna be real simple. So here I'm gonna actually pop your face. Pop your face. There we go.
It's fun editing.
Yep.
And there we go. Okay, so it's gonna be real simple. I have trivia cards. There's 4 categories in the trivia cards: comedy, animation, action, adventure, drama, musical, horror, sci-fi. And Tony and Not Larry are a team, and then Yumper and Svo are a team. And we'll just keep going back and forth with questions. And you guys can just pick whatever category you want. The goal of the game is to close out the category by answering 3 questions in each one. If one team doesn't answer their question correctly, the other team can steal it and take that category. So Why don't we let the Yumper Svo? Why don't we let the guests start? What do you think?
Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
So I will let you guys go ahead and pick a category.
Hold on. Let me get in the zone real quick.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
I was told there would be no nudity.
So Fids has come out and
All right.
said that him and Pete are gonna call the winner.
Let's do it.
Larry, what category you want to pick?
He's not Larry. Jesus.
Not Larry. Not Larry.
It's
not
not
Larry.
Larry.
Not Larry.
You guys
not
just
Larry.
forfeited your question.
Not Larry.
Let's do comedy animation.
All right.
Comedy animation. All right, and I warn you, some of these are really ridiculous and easy, and some of them are challenging. So
Just ask the question, devil woman.
I'm waiting for silence, and then I'll ask the question. No. Okay. What movie takes place on February 2nd again and again?
Groundhog Day.
Correct. So I will go ahead and give. There you got one. Okay. Now we got Yumper and Svo. What do you got?
Go ahead. So I'll pick a category.
And if you guys want to stop and like talk about the movie at all, feel free.
Yeah, for sure. We can do that too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Awesome.
Let's stay in that same. No, you know what? Let's go to our bread and butter. Let's go horror sci-fi.
Okay. Groundhog Day is a great movie though.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay. Who plays replicant Roy Beatty in Blade Runner?
Roy Beatty.
Or Batty?
Batty. So it's either Rutger Hauer or Harrison Ford. I'm going to go with, I think it's Rutger Hauer. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. I believe it's him. Do you think it's Rutger Hauer?
Saying that right.
I have no idea.
All right, we're going to go Rutger Hauer.
You are correct.
Yes. I couldn't remember.
Because I believe isn't Deckard the
Deckard. I
Deckard
couldn't remember if it was
is-
Beatty or Deckard. I was always
yeah, it
confused.
sounds like Deckard, I believe.
That's another great movie. Another
Amazing
sequel
movie.
that had that was very good with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I thought it was very done.
Batista was even
Yeah,
really
Batista's
awesome.
even there, and he plays like a serious role.
Really good.
Really like that movie.
Okay. Let's go to Tony and Larry.
All right, let's try drama musical.
Okay, which one was that? Okay. Who plays young Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2?
Oh, hold on a second. This is tough. No, it is Robert De Niro.
Oh man.
Got it.
I
have
would think
nipples.
A lot of these questions, though, like this is how I used to fail tests in high school. Like I would overthink it and be like, yeah, because it sounds.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why
But,
the size of
great.
the font keeps changing. I apologize. I don't care.
Would you
It's
say
like
a top
cheese.
3 sequel of all time?
Yes.
Top 1.
Oh, yeah, man.
I would say
Not-
Terminator 2 is probably up there as well.
It's tough.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire. Yeah.
Yeah, Empire's a
You
good
can
one.
mix them around. Like
See, I think Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1.
I gotta go D2, the Mighty Ducks.
that's a great movie too. That is also a
Great
movie.
soundtrack. That's one of the first soundtracks I ever heard.
Anchorman 2.
Anchorman.
Oh,
Caddyshack.
Horrible.
Caddyshack 2. I was just about
Caddyshack
to
2.
talk about
It's
that
Brian's
one.
favorite movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Jackie Mason. All right, Yumper Svo, what do you got?
call it Yump.
Let's go action and adventure.
Action and adventure. Okay. What character is played by Gene Hackman in The French Connection?
Popeye Doyle. Popeye Doyle.
Okie dokie, you got it.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
knew that one. That's
Amazing
safe for
movie.
work. Great, another great movie. Put him on the map.
Best Gene Hackman role?
Ooh,
I go Royal Tenenbaums.
actually, Mississippi Burning.
Mississippi Burning. Yeah.
Really good.
It's a very good movie.
Oh yeah.
I can't. You can't beat Royal Tenenbaums.
another
Anyone
good
in that
role.
movie. It's almost a perfect movie.
It's not his best, but I like him in the Birdcage. I think he's good.
Oh, yeah.
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. He's
Somebody's dog.
Unforgiven.
That's my guy.
it's, okay. It's all good. I was like, hear him. He's like trying to give me answers.
Wait, was he in Unforgiven and Okay, never mind. I'm thinking.
Yeah, he was in
of
Unforgiven. He was Little Bill in Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my favorite Western of all time. That's actually my favorite movie, Unforgiven.
He was opposite Denzel in Crimson Tide, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was in
Very
Crimson
good
as
in
well.
that too.
Good flush.
Okay. Let's go. Tony and Larry.
All right, Larry, what do you want to pick?
Let's do horror sci-fi.
Horror sci-fi.
Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger chooses what career for his vacation in Total Recall? Total Recall.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Just give me. This is the stuff where I knew you were going to get me against the wall because, like, little stuff like this. Hold on a second. He wants to go to Mars.
3 titties.
He wasn't like a CIA agent, was he?
Is that
Say
the
no.
guess?
Yeah, that's
So
a guess.
he's a spy.
Spy. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. You guys could steal. Duh.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dirtball.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's all good. Brian's fucking up the game.
It's not like we got money on the line here, right?
No.
All right.
Another great
Number
movie.
12. What do you guys got?
Let's go back to horror sci-fi. Let's try to close out this category.
All right. So John Krasinski directed his wife Emily Blunt in
Quiet
what
Place.
2018 film?
A Quiet Place.
Can I finish the question?
No, he got it already.
Got it.
I didn't know that one, so
Okay.
good job, Swole.
Yumper and Svo, take the lead. What do you got? What do you guys want here?
Let's do action adventure.
Action adventure. What is Dave's superpower in Kick-Ass?
Wasn't he like he doesn't get hurt?
Is that the answer?
That's my answer.
Larry? Yeah?
The power to move you.
Nice. He actually has no superpower in that movie.
I remember him getting his
I did it again. God
God
damn
damn
it.
you fucking loser.
Wow.
Good job.
You're fired, Brian.
Damn fired. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Let's go back to a horror sci-fi.
Yeah, let's close it out, Yump. Let's do it.
That is true. He says he can't feel pain, but he does feel pain because he's crying.
Movie I got right in front of me too.
Who plays THX in George Lucas' directorial debut, THX 1138?
It's not. Oh my god, I can see.
Tony's gonna steal this one.
He wants it. I can feel it.
I don't know if I should allow him to
I
steal
can
it because
feel
I
it. Yeah,
screwed
I
you
mean-
guys twice. You know.
No, it's okay. I have no idea. Go ahead, Saul.
I don't know.
Robert Duvall.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh my god.
Bobby D. The other Bobby D.
Come on, you got this one. I like how Fitz is judging from the sidelines, but when we played, like, Pete carried his team.
All right,
We're all intoxicated though, so
Let's be fair here. Let's be fair. I talk shit before it started. I was like, "You guys are going to be so drunk, we're not going to play trivia," and I was the drunkest to start the
Yeah.
thing. So
definitely
all right.
false.
it was Pete. He carried him.
Pete's the best. All right, Tony, Larry.
All right, Larry.
Comedy animation.
Sounds good.
If you guys don't get this one, I'm going to hit you on the head with a tack hammer.
Oh god.
What
No
type
pressure.
of car is the time machine in Back to the Future?
Oh my god.
DeLorean.
There you go.
Oh, it's a
totally
Pontiac
thought that-
Tempest.
I totally thought that was like a Tommy Boy question coming up when you said that.
I know, right? I kind of threw you off.
Wait, so let me ask this question because good friend of the show, good all around good guy, King Nam, aka Nam Santa, does not like Back to the Future. And then I think a good friend of the show, Beef Loaf, is another hater of Back to the Future. What are your guys' opinion on that?
It would have been better with Eric Stoltz. No. I love
it.
it.
It would have been better if Eric Stoltz was in it as his character in Mask.
These movies, this movie especially was played like religiously in my house. So it's like it's hard to like not like a movie where I looked up and my dad just watched it all the time and and I just pretty much all of these, I come in peace to everything. It's hard not to like, but like if you're not, I also, I talk about with Adam all the time, like he didn't grow up with these type of movies. So like it's different if you're not really if you're, not like that. But I love it. I love part two. I love part two quite a lot. I mean, I love part one. Man,
Yump like part two because
I'm messing no reefer heads, man. I love part one.
Because who's in it? Oh, the Cubs.
Flea is in. Flea's in the second one.
Flea,
yeah.
No, he's on the first one. Needles.
Great. Oh yeah.
He's not in the first
one. No.
There's so many. Sorry, there's just so many like lines and scenes and like things that happen within that. Yeah, that like I didn't. This sounds like I think hyperbolic a little bit, but like. Could you recognize parts of your life without that movie? Like being able to quote that or like put, explain something using like a movie like that. It'd be like trying to remove Star Wars. Like it's just such a part of your childhood.
Yeah.
Rocky Tennis reference.
That's another good series. That's Soul's favorite movie of all time.
Absolutely.
Karate Kid.
Mask?
No, the Karate Kid.
Oh, they were talking about Mask.
I used to watch Mask a lot when I came on. I came on TNT all the time.
I thought Mask was like a fucking fantastic movie.
It's amazing. That movie, like another one I watched probably like 10, 11, and I'm like, this is a good movie. Yeah,
it's sad.
It is sad. Movie. It is sad. It's like Sam Elliott, like Roadhouse Light in that movie.
Yes, Cher's boyfriend.
Yep. Sam Elliott is just the fucking man.
Oh, yeah. Laura Dern.
Yeah, Laura Dern's in there too. All right, so I'll pick the category, my man.
All right, we're going to stay horror sci-fi.
All right.
I want to close that bitch out.
This is another one, like, getting probably hit you in the head if you don't get it right. Who stars as Carrie in the 1976 movie of the same name?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's Sissy Spacek.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, you close that one out.
PJ Soul.
I thought it was Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, God, no.
It's not Diane Wiest.
Diane Wiest. I was going to call her Chrissy Spacek, so I'm glad he said Sissy.
Chrissy.
Like you said, you're bad with names.
Horrible with names.
He called me Jason for like the first 4 episodes of the podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't Travolta in...
He sure is.
Yeah, he plays the boyfriend. Yeah. Billy Nolan.
Sure is.
I remember that.
All right, we'll do drama musical.
All right, drama musical. What film sees Al Pacino trying to steal money for his lover's sex reassignment surgery?
Dog Day Afternoon.
Very underrated movie.
This
guy.
You ever see Al Pacino in And Justice for All?
Jack and Jill? Yes, absolutely. It's one of my favorites.
You eliminated one of our exes there, Brian.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brian. Now not only are you not giving us the chance to steal, you're taking away our points.
Oh,
what the hell is going on here, man?
There we go.
We gotta be X-rated there, bro. Triple X.
Also, another fantastic movie with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Are you joking? Or
no? I love the first Triple X movie.
The Xander Zone, bro. Me and my buddy Jose talk about the Xander Zone like to this day, like. Whenever he wishes me happy birthday, he says, I hope you're still in the Xander Zone. Because it's such a ridiculous line.
It's so goofy.
Okay, so Yumper's Svo next, right?
Yeah. Let's go action and adventure.
Action adventure. In Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, who commands the cursed Black Pearl?
First or
cursed Black
Oh, Curse. Oh, Barbosa. Captain Barbosa.
Yep.
Two little X's there.
I know. I'm not going back again. We'll just roll with it, okay?
I know we're giving you shit, Brian, but we appreciate you doing this.
What do you want to pick, not Larry?
Let's go with comedy animation again.
All right.
Hopefully, it's
Who
another
plays
really easy.
gun-toting Jewish convert Walter in The Big Lebowski?
This was made for you, Larry.
When you get divorced, you turn in your library card. Do you stop being Jewish? John Goodman, best role he's ever had.
No way. Dan Connor.
wait.
Roseanne.
Blues Brothers 2.
Roseanne, yeah, I go with
Blues
Dan.
Brothers, dude, get out of here. He's very good in Fallen too.
Oh, he's great in Fallen.
It's
Have you
Blue-
guys seen-
it's Blues
Brother, Where
Brothers
Art Thou, too?
2000, Brian.
Yeah, it is Blues. I'm sorry.
Failure.
I am a
Have you guys seen Red State?
Yes,
Smith
Kevin
movie?
Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes,
too.
I have.
He was real good in that one too.
He's really good in what's the follow up to Cloverfield?
Oh,
Cloverfield
yes.
Lane.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
absolutely.
like it's 9 Cloverfield Lane or whatever.
Yeah, he's
Two
a very good
Cloverfield.
actor. Yeah, he's a very good actor. Very good character actor.
He's the only actor that I know of that has played the roles for the President of the United States and King of England.
Yeah, King Ralph.
Because
in the West Wing.
King
Yeah.
Ralph in the West Wing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
I don't
president
know
of the West
anybody
Wing,
who's hit both of those.
And he also was Fred Flintstone.
And a football coach in Revenge of the Nerds.
You just got your asses whooped
And
by
the
a bunch of
dad-
goddamn nerds.
And the dad in Love the Coopers, Brian.
Oh, John Goodman. That guy's awesome.
Play Babe Ruth, man.
Oh, he
that,
was
mo-
the
that
babe, too.
movie's terrible.
He ran
Yeah.
a movie. He ran a movie theater in Matinee. Remember that?
Matinee,
movie?
yeah.
Oh, that was a very good movie. That's
Matinee
a really
was
good
good.
movie. I watched I've been watching like old school like Siskel and Ebert like worst films, and man, they hated that movie.
Oh,
The
I
Babe.
know. That was a
It
bad one. when it
tore it to
came out.
shreds.
There's nothing redeemable about it at all.
No,
It's very
horrible.
bad. Okay, Yumper Svo, what do you got?
So go ahead, Swell.
Let's do comedy animation. Oh, not that it matters. That category's closed out, but
Huh?
No, I think we have to close out each one for ourselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you have to have all
Okay,
you have to
I
have three
gotcha.
X's in all boxes to
I
win.
got you. Just don't give us a little X this time.
Jake and Elwood Blues first appeared on what show?
Saturday Night Live.
No. It was Fridays. No, I'm kidding.
Fridays, the restaurant.
No, the Ice
was
Cube movie.
I know.
Yeah. It was an Ice Cube movie.
So speaking of Ice Cube, I watched the interview with Jonah Hill, and they're asking him like how it was working with Ice Cube, and he said on 21 Jump Street that he was trying to make Ice Cube laugh, and they couldn't get him to laugh. He would smile and whatnot. Him and I forget the guy who plays with him, but they were on a plane, and Ice Cube was like watching a movie, laughing his ass off, and like him and his co-star were looking at like, oh, we gotta see what he's watching so we can kind of use references to it. So he said he got up to go to the bathroom and he looked, and Ice Cube was watching Friday.
God. I was hoping you'd say like Sophie's Choice or something like
Right?
that.
No, he was watching Friday, which
Laughing his
pretty
ass off.
hilarious.
Speaking of Jonah Hill, that new movie with Eddie Murphy
Murphy?
in it looks
really good.
fucking
Hilarious,
hilarious.
yes. Ben actually told me about
His
that.
parents are David Duchovny and Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Julia
Come on.
Dreyfus.
Great.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny. You people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go horror sci-fi.
Horror sci-fi. Who plays the Martian in The Martian?
Ooh, Larry, you want to get this one? Is this one,
If I can do it in South Park, no, not South Park style, Team America style.
There you go.
Matt Damon.
Correct. That
Thanks
is
for giving me the
correct.
easy ones, Tony.
No, it's not an easy one.
Okay.
Do you like The Martian?
It's a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's something different. It kind of I got a lot of Castaway vibes with it.
Mhm.
Definitely.
It's just it's kind of like Castaway on a
I
different.
think you
on
feel. I
Mars.
think you feel worse for him than you feel more for
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, you feel worse for Tom Hanks than you do Matt Damon, but it was good.
Matt Damon
There's
didn't have to take his teeth out with a fucking ice skate.
Yeah, the best. That's the
true.
worst transition too. Like he knocks the tooth out, and then it transitions to, like 5 years later of him skinny and killing a fish with a fucking spear.
We've all been
It's so
there.
random. So random.
And also, Matt Damon doesn't have to come back to his wife or his girlfriend having left him for a dentist.
For his dentist.
Dentist.
His dentist Spalding. Dr. Spalding. Oh man. I did wasn't oh no, it wasn't. It was a volleyball. I was like, wasn't his ball a Spalding too?
Wilson.
Yeah, it was Wilson. There you go, Wilson.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Swole. Pick the category.
Let's do action adventure.
What is Indiana Jones' first name? James, Walter, or Henry?
It's Henry.
Mm-hmm. Junior.
You got it.
Junior. No, that's another great movie.
Dog's name.
Last Crusade. That's my brother's favorite Indiana. My favorite one is Temple of Doom.
So is mine.
So is
Yeah.
mine.
Kalima.
Last Crusade's fun though. I remember seeing it at the theater with my Cub Scout troop.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a great movie. I
Memory.
just like Temple of Doom because of a short round and the whole like taking out the heart. I saw that as a kid and I was like, holy shit. The guy's like in the cage burning and he's holding his heart. That's crazy.
I don't remember the context of why I did it, but I had my daughter when she was like 1.5, 2, running around the house chanting "Hum Num Shuba, Hum Num Shuba, Hum Num Shuba, Hum Num Shuba."
One of my friends from college, she was like terrified of that scene. So when we used to get drunk, we used to all say, like, all our friends would say it around the Kalima. She's like, stop. Yeah, it's a great movie.
They're all great, except for the last like 4.
There's a new one coming out.
There
that
is. Yeah.
they're apparently still trying to work out the ending because every test screening has just failed.
Is Shia LaBeouf in it? Is he coming back as a kid? Is he gonna go
Hell
through
yeah,
trees?
he is.
No,
Yes,
there's
he is.
they tried to set up the last one where he would take over, but it flopped, and they're apparently trying to do the same again with some.
It wasn't like it
with
wasn't
a
exactly
female.
it wasn't
Female.
exactly a flop. It's just Shia LaBeouf started doing crack, and he
Yeah.
wasn't like a good lead
There's that
anymore.
too.
Yeah, he kind of fell off the map, and like he's getting his life back together. But yeah, it was
Like the
definitely
movie wasn't good, and it wasn't as big as they wanted it to be, but it wasn't a flop. It's just Shia LaBeouf was a dirtball.
like everybody talks about the when he avoids nuclear bomb in the refrigerator.
The refrigerator.
I think like the most ridiculous part is the fact that fucking Shia LaBeouf is climbing vines with fucking I think they're chimpanzees or monkeys. He's climbing vines and swinging with them. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I remember watching it in the theater and was like, what the hell is going on? It was just so random.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay. Tony and Larry.
All right, Larry. Not Larry.
Drama musical.
Okay. Who sang "Singing in the Rain" in the film "Singing in the Rain"? Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, or Frank Sinatra?
It's definitely one of those.
It is.
I don't think it's Sinatra.
It's not Sinatra. It's either Gene Kelly or Fred Astaire, and I'm pretty sure it's. This is my second worst thing ever. Okay, let's. Fred. Fuck, Gene Kelly.
I think it's Gene Kelly.
Gene
What do you call
Kelly.
it?
Gene Kelly.
You got it.
In honor of Gene the Grape, let's go with Gene Kelly.
Ooh, that was a close one,
Gene the
Tony.
Great,
You
good
almost
guy.
gonna say Fred Astaire. I was like, oh man, I knew that one.
Yep.
That great. Yes.
Let's go with comedy animation.
Okay. In Four Weddings and a Funeral, who dies? Charles, Tom, or Gareth?
Fuck me.
Oh, for Weddings and a Funeral. Charles. I haven't seen that movie in years.
I've never seen that movie. I don't think.
Let's just fuck it.
Fucking
Let's just go Tom.
All right, yeah, well, I died. Yeah, Tom.
Nope.
Charles.
No, since it's a multiple choice with limited options, I'm not gonna allow the steal here.
No, that's fine. I would be just guessing in the wind.
The answer was Gareth.
Yeah,
Fucking Gareth.
I know that one.
Gareth. All
right, Tony Larry.
Let's do action adventure.
What DC comic film features Billy Batson, a teenage boy who can transform into an adult superhero?
Billy Batson. Say that again. What's the beginning of the question?
What DC Comics film features
Shazam.
Billy?
It's Shazam.
Final.
I was putting way too much thought into it, like it was some older movie. I was like,
glad you answered, because I was gonna say Kazam, because I always get which one's which.
Man, it's a great movie.
Steel.
Can we boot this guy from his own channel?
He's judging us off. I don't pay attention to him.
Fizz knows everything about everything.
Of course,
and then he doesn't.
Of course,
and then he doesn't. And then he says he knows everything about everything, but then he's really drunk and he forgets what he says.
Yeah, like
he'd edit Brian's podcast.
Let's go to comedy animation.
That was hilarious.
Fitz, you were super drunk too, and then you're like, "Wait, what?
I never said that."
Like, what? Are you talking?
I have a golf tournament.
Not true. I didn't know anything about car repair. YouTube, baby.
All right, guys, what do you got?
Comedy animation.
In Woody Allen's Midnight in Paris, what keeps happening to Gil at midnight?
I have the login. Now he's threatening us.
Now he's making threats.
Now he's threatening us.
Shit.
At midnight.
I don't know. His day starts over again.
No, it's not that. He's a writer.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie,
and it's about. I know he's a writer.
It's the one with Owen Wilson, right?
Owen Wilson in it is right.
Yeah. Give me a second. I don't know if he keeps breaking up with somebody at midnight. It's something about I know the movie's about his relationships. I haven't seen this movie in fucking forever. Yeah, I'm gonna go with either.
He gets broken up with.
Oh no.
Come on, Yump.
He travels back in time because he keeps reliving the breakup.
Yep.
Good job.
God, I pulled that one out of my ass.
Look at you, Yump.
That was good.
I was excited. I was about to.
That one for not allowing us to steal 2 questions.
Okay, let's go to Tony and Larry.
What do you want, Tony?
Okay, let's do horror sci-fi. Let's close it out.
In Armageddon, who does NASA send into space to stop an asteroid? Navy SEALs, oil drillers, or scientists?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow, this is tough. Hold on a second. Let me talk with my partner here for a second.
I thought they were dentists. What the fuck?
They were oil drillers.
Yep. He gets all the easy ones.
Am I? Well, you know what? To say that, then I'll let this cat out of the bag. I did tear up in that movie in the movie theater a little bit, just a little bit.
I think it's the almost the end of cinema as we know it when Ben Affleck is using Australian accent and playing with animal crackers.
Look,
that's like the end of Western civilization to me.
It
wasn't the Aerosmith.
We don't allow Ben Affleck slander on this podcast.
Oh man,
you ever see
Ben Affleck, man.
You ever see Changing Lanes?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been watching that one a lot lately. It's been on Showtime. Classic.
I'm gonna roll with comedy animation again.
Here comes another fucking Woody Allen question.
Yeah,
No,
fucking.
this one's good, but it's not that hard. What is Stanley Kubrick's How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, otherwise known as?
Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You know, I photoshopped Luke on Dr. Strangelove's bomb when he did the pose. I photoshopped him on there and used it.
Sorry, the hat's coming off, Svo.
That's all right.
Yeah, if you like me, don't wear hats.
So that we're now just like pushed into 2 categories at this point.
All right.
So I have a quick question. What if we steal or they steal? Like, doesn't that count?
I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, I've been counting it.
Yeah, but it's got to be in like drama musical, like for us to count for it to matter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, correct.
All right.
So then we'll do action adventure.
Yep.
Okay. What was Quentin Tarantino's 9th feature film?
Oh yeah, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You got it.
I was trying to like make that difficult. You think that's? Would you put that in his top 3, Tarantino? You guys?
You're right. You're right, Fids. Pete wouldn't worry about it because he carried that team as well.
Pete. Nice. Woody Allen. I'm not a big Woody Allen fan. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't like. I think I did it on our podcast, our Quentin Tarantino podcast. I didn't like the slander to my man Bruce Lee, but I thought it was a good movie. I think Tarantino's best movies are Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. Like those are his 2 best, and you know, a movie that he actually came up with the concept of but didn't write the screenplay for was True Romance, which I thought was excellent.
Oh, that was top.
One of my favorites.
But you know.
Halloween 6.
Halloween 6, get the fuck out.
What about
four, right there?
What about 4 Rooms?
4 Rooms is
Four
pretty,
Rooms.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be in my top 3, but it's a good movie. I'm pretty
I
sure
like Robert Rodriguez a lot. I know, you know.
Yep.
I think he's probably might like him more than Tarantino sometimes.
Tony, have you ever watched any of his wrestling stuff?
Who's Tarantino?
Robert Rodriguez?
No. He's got wrestling stuff.
It's called he did. There was a whole series on his what channel was that he started?
I know what you're talking about. It was the Luchador one.
It's called Lucha. The show's called Lucha Underground, and they incorporated wrestling with like really cool like weird
cinema,
cinema cutscene craziness. You should check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, Conan was on that. I remember Conan was on that.
So if you watch AEW, there's a lot of guys that were on there that were on Lucha Underground, like Pentagon and Phoenix and all those guys.
You know who's really into like that wrestling scene like that is Cedric Bixler Zavala from the Mars Volta. Like he's like a massive wrestling fan, and every time I see his Instagram, he's always talking about God knows what. But it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
So is Sandler. Sandler's a huge wrestling fan. He goes to like WrestleMania every year. He's always in the front row.
I read that he was going to be at least some type of investment portion. So Freddie Prinze Jr. is starting a wrestling company.
Is that why they called him out in the audience the other day?
Yeah, I mean he knows all those guys. He was a writer for the WWE for years.
Yeah.
And he was basically like their acting coach.
His Star Wars rant is still one of the best fucking rants I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh man, Freddie Prinze.
He's
in Fitz's favorite movie, Summer Catch.
Summer Catch.
Best baseball movie.
It's way better than The Natural.
Definitely. Way better. Fitz told me that the other day.
Way better than The Natural. Larry actually agrees with me on The Natural, so we've had conversations.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Jeez,
I like
man.
to twist your beard on that one, but yeah, it should be way better than it is.
I like the book, but I like the movie ending better.
The potential for that movie was there, but it just wasn't. It wasn't.
Do you know what held it back? Do you know what held it back? It's fucking Robert Redford. God, I hate that dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I like Robert Redford, but I just think it's kind of weird they have him play like an 18-year-old kid when you could tell he's like a fucking 50-year-old man. That was kind of weird, but I don't think it was that horrible movie. It's just it's an old soul movie.
it's another one that like I remember I was like 10 years old and like the television's turned up all the way to like 50 and I walk in the room and like it's just the scene where the baseball hits the lights and he's walking the bases and like I know the whole movie's filled with a lot of BS, but just that ending's pretty cool for what it is.
Also got Mr. Diabetes in there, isn't it? Wilford Brimley? He's a pop. He's the coach.
Yeah,
yes, and also the guy who played Grandpa Munster was the guy who owned the team.
That is true.
Yes.
He's the judge.
And it's also got Mr. What is it? Mr. Blonde, Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Michael Madsen. That's the one thing about the movie I never understood. Maybe you could explain it to me. How the hell did he die going through that wall?
Maybe,
it was like
maybe a piece of wood went through his jugular.
He ran through like a wooden wall. I don't know. This is like the 20s. So
why don't we let K-Fids answer that question? How does that happen? He's a finely tuned athletic machine.
Tarantino doesn't exist without Redford. Well, I would say Harvey Keitel.
You want your time.
But let's go with our category.
Drama musical. Okay. Okay. The line, "If you build it, he will come," is from which film?
Oh, that shitty movie. No, it's not the Natural.
I'm just kidding.
Moneyball?
No. Field of Dreams.
Yes, dear.
Bump Bailey died of tetanus.
So let me ask you, do we do Trivial Pursuit style where after you cancel out your categories, you have to answer a full card to win?
We can do that. Yeah. I mean, it's up to them.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I'm game. Whatever.
All right, so action adventure to close out. Who plays Schwarzenegger's wife in True Lies?
Oh my God.
We need better trivia next time.
Jesus Christ, man. Brian, you're supposed to be on our side. What the fuck?
This was supposed to be rigged, damn it. You didn't answer the question.
He did.
What?
I didn't hear.
Yeah, I said Jamie Lee Curtis, and then I did the.
You didn't see the dance.
It's actually Diane Wiest.
Whoa. Yeah, Wiest.
I would pay to see her doing that dance.
So now I'm gonna
died of tetanus. I like that.
So I'm gonna give them their chance to win right now.
Tetanus.
Okay. That's what you do in Trivial Pursuit. So I'm gonna pick a card from the middle of the deck. What actor has the task of educating Rita in Educating Rita?
Ooh.
I never even heard of this. I don't know. Do you know, not Larry?
Cal
I know this one.
Sparnson. No,
I know this one.
It's Diane Wiest.
No, I know this question.
Florn Burnson.
Did you say Corbin Burnson?
I said Florn Burnson.
Did you say Corky Romano?
I know this actor. Can I steal this or no? Oh no, because it's the end, right?
It's not a drama musical. But okay,
I know the answer though. It's Michael Caine.
It is Michael Caine, correct?
Why don't you give him an X, and then if we don't get it, they can keep filling the X's in.
Because it's the wrong category.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's wrong.
We have to keep at least some integrity here.
Come on, come on.
We're a room full of educated
Julie Walters.
doctors.
I've seen it. I saw this movie for school. That's why I know it. Julie Walters is in that movie. But let's go to a drama musical.
Drama musical.
Like we had a choice.
What illicit business does Vito Corleone not want his family to get involved in?
You don't like to get into the drug business.
It's the wave of the future.
Yeah, with the Turk drugs. It's drugs. He doesn't want him getting drugs.
I'm not that clever.
Okay. I'm not that
All
clever,
right.
kid.
Back to those two. Middle of the deck again.
Chicken feed business.
Where does The Descendants take place?
Do you know? I know, not Larry. Do you know?
No, I don't have a clue.
Is it Hawaii?
It's Hawaii.
It is Hawaii, correct. Okay. Who plays T.E. Lawrence in Lawrence of Arabia?
Isn't that Peter O'Toole?
Yeah.
Yep. What movie features Colin Firth as the stuttering King of England?
The King's
King's
Speech.
Speech.
Yep. And for the win. It's a true or false one. Okay. True or false, the last shot in Inception is of a spinning top.
It's true.
True.
No.
False.
Yeah.
It's a ring. I thought it was a ring. It's a ring spinning.
It's a
Spinning top. That's exactly.
Oh, we
true.
lost.
That's his totem.
I call bullshit on this game.
Ba-da.
No, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. It was a
Good
close
job.
game.
That was fun.
Can we keep playing? I mean, this was great, man.
I mean, we're only at an hour and 7 minutes.
I know.
No. Like we usually go hour and a half, like
Okay.
hour
Yeah.
45.
We can
Yeah,
go some
we-
bonus rounds. So
Yeah,
you guys have
Just want me to pull? Want me to just pull random questions and ask them?
So,
Yeah.
pull
Tony,
some random questions. We'll do a second round. Have them
Yeah.
win round one, and we'll do a second round.
Yes.
But we only have to
Tony-
get one of each category.
Yes. Not Larry.
Okay.
yeah,
So start
Tony
over and
needs
then.
Tony needs to carry me a little bit farther. So
Okay. Let's. Yumper and Svo go first.
You've gotten a lot of these stuff.
Horror sci-fi.
Horror sci-fi.
Give me
What
these.
80s horror film features the line, "They're here"?
Poltergeist.
Is it that Tobe Hooper movie, the one that he directed?
Yeah, the one
Poltergeist?
Steven Spielberg directed. I don't know if you know that, Tony. Like, there's a handle on Twitter that's like Hooper's Poltergeist or some shit. If you mention anything about Poltergeist, this handle will find you. And Fitz and Swole have always said that Spielberg directed that movie. So
He did?
Fitz is always arguing with
It is?
this guy. And he's like so mad. He's
He
like, no,
did,
Toby,
yeah.
yeah.
No, Toby Hooper like stood around in the background, and Spielberg pretty much did everything.
Jump in his chat.
Good joke.
All right, Tony, Larry.
Go ahead, Larry. Not Larry.
All
All right.
let's go with comedy animation.
What sign-off does anchorman Rod Burgundy use?
Is it go? No.
Ooh. Oh,
Well, what is it?
stay classy, San Diego.
Yep.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm wrong.
Go fuck yourself.
Go ahead, Swole.
Let's do comedy animation.
I feel like the judge of this chat. I am the chat. You are, Fitz.
Mike Myers plays Austin Powers. Who plays his nemesis, Dr. Evil?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers as French.
Yeah. Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Really? That was a question?
Yes.
Can we get a different one? Like that's the dumbest
Okay.
thing ever.
Okay, I'll give him a different one.
That's not your fault, but that's just dumb.
What computer animated musical was the second highest grossing movie of 2019?
2019.
Computer animated musical.
Musical.
So it either has to be I don't know if it's when did Frozen come out? 2013, I think it was, or something like that. 2013. It has to be. It has to be. It's one of the Frozens. So it wasn't Encanto. Fuck that movie. But it wasn't the first Frozen because the first Frozen came out like early, like 2012, 2011, I think.
It wasn't that early.
It was around, but it wasn't. Frozen 2 just came out a few years ago. I can't remember if it was 18 or 19.
2019.
So 3 years ago. Well, we're in 2023, but 3 years ago. I don't know. I say Frozen 2. Is it?
Final answer?
What do you say, Swell?
I'm gonna let you go. I was gonna say something like Coco, but I'm gonna let you do your thing.
All right, I'll go Frozen 2. It's on me.
Yumper, at no point were you anywhere remotely close. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
What was it?
The answer is The Lion King.
That's not a.
Yeah, it is.
That wasn't good. They did a remake of it.
That's a live action movie with CGI. It's not an animated movie.
You know, wait, can we take a moment to just thank Svo for buying these cards for us?
You know what? You know,
I'm
you
having
can
a great
blame
time.
Kevin Fiddler for this shit because he's like, "Oh, this is the hardest game ever to play," and we got
You
questions
really say
about.
that?
Yeah, he
Some
said
of them
that.
were
That's
hard.
what he read the reviews on it,
Some of them were hard.
and we're getting Mike Myers questions and shit.
Like
I bought a book, like a movie trivia book, and I'm like, oh cool, we'll just use this if the cards aren't working out.
No.
And I got it today, and I started leafing through it, and it's the most random nonsense that nobody would ever answer. It's like, what color underwear does Nicolas Cage wear on Tuesdays when his black
Purple,
ones
knows
are
that.
dirty?
Fitz knows
You know,
that.
It's purple. Oh yeah, Fids does know that.
I gotta wear purple.
We're playing the game that you recommended, Fitz.
you guys, those questions you're coming up with for your thing, man. Those I only got like one of those. You would have laughed at me, man. I could not get I could not get the Big Trouble in Little China one, man, and I was pissed at myself all fucking
Big
day.
Trouble in Little China.
Could not get
Great
that
movie.
one, the restaurant name. I could not remember that. And I go, if this is how this whole show's gonna go, man, I'm gonna get smoked.
It only took
that's
an hour
a
and
really
12
good
minutes
question.
for Yumper and Tony to mention Big Trouble in Little China.
It's a great movie. It's a great
What an
movie.
amazing movie. That's a table read. Me and him might just do.
Yes.
All right, Tony, Larry, what do you got?
Let's do drama musical.
On what New York street did a Santa Claus miracle happen?
Oh, hold on a second. Give me a minute here. Let
Well,
me
if
think.
we're going by my
Broadway?
porno list, it's Miracle on 69th
That's
Street.
69th
Oh, my
Street,
God.
Yeah.
34th Street.
That is one movie I've never seen.
Like
Which
either
one?
of them?
Neither of them?
I know there's
Original one's
iconic.
really good.
There's iconic.
I like both of them. I like the remake.
Just making stuff up. What are you talking about, dude? That the restaurant's name is the Dragon of the Black Pool. If you watched
It
Big
is.
Trouble in Little China,
It
you would
was
know.
when I looked it up. That's when I was like, oh man, damn.
I think he still might be talking about the game.
Oh,
Oh,
make a tree and get out of here. Make like a tree and get out of here. Biff. Miracle on Lower Wacker. Yeah, I've never seen that movie. I know one of the
Miracle
iconic
on
scenes when they
Lower
bring in the mail. I know they parody it in The Simpsons. I just never seen that movie.
The original's really good. The newer one's fine. It's not. I mean, it's pretty much the same movie.
It's the same thing. Isn't it, isn't the Simpsons parody when like he sues the Frying Dutchman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50,000 letters. All.
Yeah, so you're looking for the people of Springfield versus Santa Claus. That's next door. Yeah, that's when the Frying Dutchman, when all you can eat. Just how much shrimp Mr. Simpson ate.
What happens if you couldn't? What happens when they wouldn't serve you? We went fishing.
Yeah, we drove around for.
The jury's a bunch of fat dudes.
Yeah, that could be me. Oh man, they're so good back in the day.
Yep. Those were Conan episodes, I believe.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube called The Real Jims. Does real good breakdowns of the Simpsons character, like conspiracy theories, questions about characters, like Dr. Marvin. He does like where he went. What's the guy's name? The guy with one arm. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But he does like a breakdown where that character went, like when he was phased out in the series. It's like a nice little breakdown of Simpsons stuff.
Like the guy that works at like the
Herman.
Herman. That's okay. I couldn't remember his name.
He does nice like totally Simpson nerd stuff, but it's like a nice. He does the real good research on it.
That's cool. All right.
Pick categories.
Let's do action adventure.
Who plays the adventurous babysitter in Adventures in Babysitting? Who stole Brian's heart when he was 12 years old?
Whose best role is in The Karate Kid?
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Leaving Las Vegas, bro?
No, dude, it's it's
Bro.
Elizabeth Shue. Yeah, it's still as Allie in The Karate Kid. I'm sorry, bro.
Hamlet too.
Or you could also say Back to the Future too, because they replaced the original girlfriend with Elizabeth Shue.
That is true. But Hamlet too.
Hamlet too.
Hamlet 2 is good.
That's amazing.
That movie fucking cracked me up.
That movie is amazing.
All right, Tony.
Larry, go ahead.
Action adventure.
Who directed Tom Hanks in Angels and Demons? Ron Howard, David Cronenberg, or Spike Jonze?
I think it was Ron Howard. I think he did both of those, right?
You sure did.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Good.
I always call Spike Jonze.
It's Spike Jonze.
Yeah, because of he does a lot of like music videos. I remember him like doing a couple Weezer videos.
Didn't he do that one with? Wasn't that him that did the Christopher Walken one where he's dancing in the
Weapon of
lobby?
Choice.
So good.
Weapon of Choice, yeah.
That's another one. Let's close it out, Bri.
All right, drama musical. I'm gonna pick from the middle. Let's see here. In the climactic scene of There Will Be Blood, Daniel beats Eli to death. What room of his mansion are they in?
Swole.
I missed it. What was the question? Repeat the
And
question.
where does Eli get beaten in There Will Be Blood?
The bowling alley.
Yeah.
And then, do you guys want to try to read
Let's
a
do
card
it.
then?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's read a card.
What is the Pink Panther?
He's an inspector. He's an inspector he's a French inspector. Jean Cousteau.
Okay.
That's what he is. He's an inspector.
Yeah. What is he?
No.
Like, what do you-
The Pink Panther is a large pink diamond.
Oh, you mean the main character?
What
It's just-
in the movie?
The question is just, what is the Pink Panther?
It was the character that they used in those Empire carpet commercials back in the day.
Well, he also had a TV show, but
It's
Pink
insulation, right?
In the,
Wait,
movie, it's the
Yeah.
diamond.
okay, but is the but they have Pink Panther too. So does
In
the
all
fucking
of the
diamond go to
movies-
part 2? That's what I'm saying. Like that makes no sense. That's a trick question.
That is a trick question.
Fuck this.
Fuck this game.
Fuck this game and his big dumb ass.
Oh my god.
Okay, Tony, Larry,
Um,
or do we give them another card? Because that was
No,
kind of
no,
give
no.
them another card. Let's give them another card. When they're
Sounds
done,
like
I
a
just
gem.
would like. When they're done, I would just like to talk about Scarface for 1 second.
Oh,
we
okay.
have,
we're done.
Do we have to?
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
No, I'm
Walk
just kidding.
camera
I'm just
over.
kidding.
no,
All
no,
right.
no.
What actress gets knocked up in Knocked Up?
Katherine Heigl.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. What Tarantino film was the first Western in 34 years to have a score by Ennio Morricone?
Anicio Morricone.
And it says Ennio.
The fuck is it? A Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Yep. Across the Universe features the music of what supergroup?
Ooh,
Like 182. No, it's the Beatles.
mhm.
That would have been awesome.
They might be giants.
Right?
They're really good and Clueless. No, that's Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
Mighty Mighty Bosstones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What composer orchestrated Psycho, Vertigo, and Cape Fear?
Psycho, Vertigo, and Cape Fear.
During my soundtrack episode, Pete was talking about the composer for a while in the room.
Listen, it's not Alan Silvestri, is it? Or is it John Williams? You know this one, Swole?
It's like on the tip of my tongue.
So Silvestri did, and then John Williams is known for Star Wars, Jaws. The fuck's his name? Come on, Swole. I'm drawing a blank.
It starts with Herman.
Herman?
Is that your answer?
Fuck it. Yeah.
You are correct. Bernard Herrmann.
Oh my god, no.
Good job.
I had no idea on that one.
Very good.
So Hitchcock used the same composer for every movie. So
Yeah, I knew couldn't be John Williams or Sylvester because they're like.
I did not know that. So that was awesome.
Awesome. That was way to come back, Swell.
That's a good stretch there, buddy. Stretch. That was your Dwayne Wise moment.
When you said Herman, I thought, has he still got the Simpsons on his head?
So
No.
real quick, you think you brought up the Postman earlier? You think the Postman's better than Scarface?
100%.
That's like comparing a Porsche to an orange, though.
Do I think?
Like-
all right. So I have the issue I have with Scarface. I think Scarface is over like glamorized.
Oh, it is.
I don't think it's a great movie. I don't think it's a horrible movie.
It's
One
not.
thing that bothers me about Scarface is the fact you have a guy from fucking Cuba who doesn't speak any Spanish throughout the whole fucking movie. And he's played by, I don't understand he's played by an Italian guy. That's cool. But Al Pacino could have learned a little bit of Spanish instead of saying yayo, which wasn't even a real fucking word back then.
I don't hate Scarface, and I've grown to appreciate it a little bit more. But I wish that Oliver Stone would have worked with a classic composer or some, because the score and the clothing and the costumes outdate it, and it doesn't hold up.
You're absolutely
But
right.
but
Some
the
of the music
story
is good, though.
the story is good. The act, like Pacino is good. Stephen Bauer is good, but it just doesn't hold up because of those things. Like the music is cheesy disco music, and yeah.
I just hear worst movie ever by some people online.
It's
and I don't,
definitely-
not,
it's
not,
definitely
not,
not
that's
the
all
worst
I wanted to
ever,
make sure.
but-
It's not. It's all those things you said. I agree with. The music is god awful, man.
You also have
Really awful.
two guys playing, two Italian guys playing. One's playing a Cuban, and I don't know if Frank. It's Frank Cuban as well, but Robert Lagosha plays
R
Frank.
as in Robert Loggia. O as in
Oh my God, it's
Robert
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 Loggia.
Loggia.
we got to
He's
hold
my- he's
Robert
my
Loggia
favorite
to
in
the
the
side
movie.
for the Sopranos episode that I'm doing. So we got to keep
Yeah,
our
but-
Robert Loggia conversation.
But like you have him in there, and like both good actors. I just think like it's just I don't know
No,
the fact that
You're absolutely right. I just wanted. I mean, worst movie ever. I just hear people.
No,
saying
that's a
that.
no,
It's
no,
got-
not
it's
worst
got-
movie. Definitely not.
It's
I
got a lot of bad
that's
stuff.
definitely The Crow.
No, fuck you.
I think I'd rather watch The Natural than Scarface.
I just kicked him
will
out.
say
No,
that.
I'm just kidding.
No,
Oh my God.
The Natural,
I was wondering why the little pop up showed up. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Giorgio Moroder, he is scored. He is the father of disco, but you know Fitz does have a Giorgio Moroder scored Scarface, and he is the guy. It's I think it has a lot of like
he scores the movie American Gigolo too with
Mhm.
that one he does a little bit better. I mean, this movie I don't know.
I mean,
There's
it
a
has
lot
some
that could
like
be done.
memorable
It's too
songs.
long
like,
too.
Take it to
They
the
probably
limit.
brought it down
Take it to the
2 hours.
limit is good. Like it's good, but it's just like that holds it back.
But like even the name Scarface, like it's not really even fucking mentioned. Like all it is that he has a scar on his face. Like
Yeah.
he was never called Scarface. He was Tony Montana. It's just a ripoff of a 1940s movie about Al Capone.
Like I get the appeal, and I get why people like it and people like rave about it, but like it just doesn't age well, and that's okay because we don't know what it was like. And when did it come out in 81?
83.
83? Like I was 2, right? So like
I wasn't even born yet.
And 80, 83, 82, like it was probably fucking lit. Like
No, you're right. For the time, I mean, it's got good scenes,
Yeah.
but an overall movie, yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, it has some still shots, like the poster, like is
Oh yeah.
awesome. The artwork of him, black and white.
well,
Uh,
and when we were
It's
in
very
when,
overdone in terms of acting, though. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
really,
Extremely.
really over the top. Like, and that's always been kind of Pacino's thing. Like,
it's also a prime example of what would the script have been like if Oliver Stone's version had been like actually on screen instead of what Brian De Palma rewrote.
Yeah.
Also, Oliver Stone was really high on coke when he was writing this part as well, which is why cocaine.
Also, Oliver Stone was high on coke on Any Day That Ends in Y.
yes, but
There was.
it's good for its time. I don't think it's like. And then what you're saying about Pacino, see, I think Al Pacino has progressed into. Al Pacino's a great actor, but when he got into like the late '90s, the 2000s, he became, instead of talking Pacino, he became yelling Pacino,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
in
you're
every
right.
role now, and it's ridiculous because he's such a great actor, but now he just yells.
That all started with
Instead
Serpico
of-
stuff too.
Instead of being an actor, he felt like he had to be Al Pacino.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and that screwed everything up.
I mean, in
I think if you
even
want to talk
in-
about a movie that ages well, it's Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
very good movie.
Like that movie ages well. And
Sean
it
Penn
has
kills in that.
yeah,
movie.
Sean Penn's role is just
And he speaks fucking Spanish in that movie.
he does. He does.
He sure does.
Yeah, and so I mean that's my favorite. That's my favorite of Pacino, besides The Godfather. But that's like I'll take Carly's Way over Scarface any day of the week.
Oh yeah, me too. I agree.
I think they both I don't disagree with you. I think they both have their place.
That's true too.
But as far as the worst movie, like no way. Also, when we were down there for a Marlins game, like, and we went to South Beach, and I had to stop by the apartment complex, and it's a CVS now.
Oh, I didn't
Like,
know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
so like the apartment complex in the movie is still there,
Mm-hmm.
but the first floor is turned into a CVS for all the people on South Beach.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That's pretty
How
cool.
time has changed.
Yeah, that's just my. I know Treasy and me always make fun of it, like, cause he's like, "Oh, you don't like Scarface." I just not a big fan.
I mean, I think it's one of those movies that I remember a lot, especially the VHS was a 2 VHS. I think it's overly long. I think it's got good parts to it. Like it's the scene where you could set up some parts, like where he's saying, "Come on, Pelican," in the bathtub. Like that's not really great, but it's ridiculous because it's Pacino in a big tub.
Yeah.
The ending, of course, has been played to death. But like the scene in the beginning where he gets in the bathtub with the chainsaw and stuff like that. I mean, that's different for.
I mean, it has iconic scenes. I mean,
I also think that the cool thing about it is it tells a story that might not have been told before, like what the Cuban refugee situation was like, and it's different than the mafia in New York or whatever. Not that those things aren't great, but it's just a different perspective. Yeah, it would have been better if we actually got Latino actors in it, but
Steve
So
Bauer's
you're saying Robert Redford couldn't have played Scarface?
fuck
right?
Robert Redford, bro.
and it's
Robert,
not me
they
like
wanted Robert Redford to play Michael Corleone.
Oh, that's true. They did. They did.
Yes.
want that.
When they didn't want Pacino because he was an unknown, they
Dustin
were like, "Hey,
Hoffman,
let's
too.
bring in," and then they wanted Jimmy Caan.
Jimmy.
Could you imagine Jimmy Caan as Michael Corleone and anybody else is Sonny?
No,
Come on.
I don't want to.
well, yeah, man, James.
As
Caan
soon
was
as they
so
saw
good.
the dailies of Michael Corleone blowing away the police captain, they're like, "Okay, we can keep this one."
Definitely. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on Scarface. But with that, guys, Brian, thank you so much for hosting this. This was a lot of fun. We ended up in a tie. Shout out to you, the Hookup, and not Larry. Thank you guys so much for coming on. You guys want to plug your stuff?
Yeah. Thank you so much again, guys, for having us on. Again, I am Tony, and you can find me at the Sugar Baggie. Also, you can find us at thehookup.com. Our shows usually drop on Monday mornings, and sometimes we have extra stuff dropping on Mondays. Tomorrow, I'm going through all of Tupac Shakur's movies, and that will be dropping. Because recently I watched Gang Related, ridiculous movie. Check that out.
That's with Brian's boy, Jim Belushi.
Oh yeah,
God, I
Yeah.
can't stand him. I can't stand Jim Belushi either.
Nobody can.
Worst ever.
who's in an Oliver Stone movie? Did you know that?
Is
What
he?
Oliver Stone movie is Jim Belushi in?
K9. No, I'm kidding.
JFK.
Curly Sue?
Salvador with James Woods.
Another good actor, James Woods.
Ooh, piece
piece
of
of candy.
Crazy as shit.
Ooh,
Really good
piece of
actor.
Go on, not Larry. You want to plug your?
Yeah, I don't do anything really except for raise two kids. But you can follow me on Twitter at @IamNotLarry_.
Make sure you follow I Am Not Larry.
He is definitely not Larry.
Definitely not Larry.
Not Larry.
No,
Larry.
thanks for coming on, guys. And then Tony, we gotta get Adam on, or vice versa.
Definitely.
We gotta do something to get the
Absolutely.
And then we hope Adam
throw the
feels better.
bat signal in the air, and we will.
We
come.
literally should do a table read of a fucking outrageous movie.
do it. Pick it.
Yes.
We'll do it.
And
And then Brian, thanks so
Yeah.
much for coming on, my man.
Yeah. No problem. Next episode of It's Getting Drafty in here should be in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure if we're doing the Sopranos one or if it's going to be something else, but we're still working on that. I do have next week on Playback on the Tainted Glove Playback channel. We're going to be watching AEW Dynamite again. I'm going to start utilizing that more and more as we move along. But you can follow me on Magnificent Stan and Getting Drafty Pod.
Yes, sir. Check out Brian. His he's doing a lot of good things for us, and his show is actually pretty hilarious.
It's pretty fucking funny.
I've heard things.
Yeah,
Heard some things.
yeah, it's pretty good. But guys, thanks so much for
carried
coming
the last episode.
Thank you. Carried the last episode.
Thanks, guys, for coming on.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So that was pretty fun, even though we got some,
that was a different pod. I like that. I
shitty
like that we
questions.
tried. Yeah, I like that we tried something new.
Yeah, definitely try something new, man. But let's start closing up shop and go in to we have what's coming soon up next. And Swole, you want to get into what's coming soon?
Yeah, we have some cool things coming. Our next episode is going to be, I think we're really looking forward to this. I'm going to have to do some research this week. But it's going to be Jean-Claude Van Damme movies versus Steven Seagal movies. I think we're going to pick our top 5 from each. And we'll go head to head, like top 5 Van Damme versus top 5 Seagal. We'll break them down. We'll have some conversation. That's just going to be a Yumper and I episode. We also have merchandise live on our Tainted Glove website.
Yes, I actually was gonna wait to pull that up, but we do have some at the Tainted Glove. If you go there, there's a merch site right there that takes us to our Etsy store. We got some Yumper and Swole shirts, some Getting Drafty shirts, some Tainted Glove or OG shirts. We also got the Fids Fear the Hosmers, Hosmers for Eric Hosmer. Good quality stuff. I know. Shout out to the Chicago Sports Bums. They actually actually told me some stuff he had. Fid's got some hats. Pete got a sweater. I ordered some shirts that are gonna be coming soon.
I got a tank top.
So be sure to check out our website at thetaintedglove.com and pull some merch from there if you can.
We also have a new episode of Getting Drafty Pod coming up in a couple weeks. We're not sure which one it is. And then the season 2 kickoff of the Tainted Glove podcast is coming up. Is that next Sunday?
Yes, I believe it's next Sunday.
So next Sunday, we like Fids and Mr. Hand are going to go live with Mailman Jack on their season 2 kickoff. So we're very, very excited about that.
The Lord of Legs.
And then the middle of February, we had something cool. So we are doing a crossover podcast with the Chicago Sports Bums.
I get my bum shirt in there.
We're very, very excited because those guys are fucking awesome. Now, this ad says 5 o'clock, but it's going to be 6 o'clock. So you guys can start showing up anytime after like 5:30, 5:45. You'll be able to listen in on the pod from the bar. And come check out the pod in the window. Yumper was in there yesterday checking out the room. What did it look like, Yump?
It's actually really nice. It's the whole secluded area for you to sit and eat. There's tables. There's an outside little area. There's a bar there. We have our small little podcast studio that is going to actually pump out our pod. So this is going to be a live only show. So if you're not there, you might miss what's going to happen. But come through. We have some fun things planned. It's going to be a good thing with the bums.
If you do want to come through, hit us up in our DMs at Yumper and Svo so we can RSVP and get a list of people that are coming through, just so we have enough table space. And we can always call an audible and go to a different bar if there's not enough table space. But we would like to get an RSVP to that bar. So come through February 18th, 6 p.m. at the Wiener Circle, 2622 North Clark. And then what do we got? What's the episode after that, Yump?
Oh, we have a big episode where we're actually going to be talking to one of the original people from Hoop Streams.
Yeah, Arthur Agee from Hoop Dreams is going to be on the show with us, and we're going to be discussing that iconic film, probably like one of the greatest documentaries ever made.
For sure. And those who don't know Arthur Agee, he's actually one of the main people that the film is based on. Chicago kid, St. John's.
St. Joe's, yeah.
St. Joe's. And it's a great documentary. Siskel and Ebert loved it. The only reason I know is because I watched the episode them talking about it.
If it wasn't a documentary, it might have competed with Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump for Best Picture in 1994.
Yeah, it's very good. Very, very emotional. It shows through the struggles of trying to become, a pro athlete.
Yeah, Following Your Dreams, just a fantastic movie. So
Yeah. So we'll have him on, and we're doing his favorite sports movies as well, I believe.
yeah,
Which is gonna be a good show. We're really looking forward to that one. And we got some fun stuff planned up after that, which we'll probably announce probably after that week. But with that, I just want to, before we get to Swole's final thought, I want to say shout out to the hookup, Tony and Not So Larry, Adam. Thanks guys for coming on. Long time coming. I'll always talk Big Trouble in Little China with anybody. But some good stuff. It was a different show today. We want to try something new out, but we'll be back with our regular scheduled type show in 2 weeks. So be sure to check that out, and be sure to check out It's Getting Drafty in here and the Tang Glove, and go to thetanglove.com. And Mr. Sobota, let's get to your final thought.
not a lot going on here today, right? Because this was a off the cuff episode that we don't usually do like that. We're usually a little bit more planned out, a little bit more methodical. So this was a cool change of pace. But it's the new year. It's our first episode. Let's make sure we all have a good year. We're kind to each other, and thank you for following and listening. We appreciate you. Deuces.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.